shit. We got a lot of shit. One of the reasons I like this hike is because it's got this 3.5 kilometer trail that you have to take down with your canoe, and there's no motorized vehicles, so it's a nice way to start this. I did 40k last week. Now we're gonna do 40k on the water, yeah, it's got its own challenges like this. But it's been raining a lot, so there's a lot of mud, and our feet are already soaked. We've made it to the docks. Jackson Lake will be the first lake to cross as we do the loop, which this time we're going to do backwards. And they've done a bunch of improvements to this area, new bridges, new trails. So, but look at this. I'm leaving Matt behind so he can unload the canoe, and I'm going back to grab Herbert, who's got the kayak. And there's Mr. Herbert, not far behind. It's a man, it's a horse, it's Matt. It's a Matt drawn cart. It's a wild Newfie. Alright, so we got one of the canoes in the water. Pretty loaded up. Yeah, we're on the water. Oh yeah.
No one fell in the water. Shit.
That's right. Not this year. We're getting to be pros at this.
We've seen that tree go up.
Yeah. When we had a fire. Yeah. So we've been on the water for about 5 kilometers now. And, we're just finding. We're looking for a place to stop for lunch. We found ourselves a nice little campsite here. Somebody already chopped the firewood, bear locker, somewhere to sit. We're gonna got clotheslines up here, but there's also another campsite on this side, so let's check it out and see which one we're gonna stay at. See if this one's more open. Maybe it'll be a bit more wind. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This one's more open to the wind, but it's bigger.
Well, more wind means less mosquitoes.
It doesn't come with bear locker or anything.
You know, we still got a fire pit. We can drag this fucking picnic table over here, so we don't have to fucking sit all the way.
Fire pit right there, just on the other side.
Oh,
it's a little tin one. Not
yeah.
heavy at all.
We'll steal that grill.
We'll steal the firewood.
Steal the firewood and the grill. And yeah. So let's do that. What do you guys think? Herbert's we're looking for a toilet because there's some bear lockers, but then look at this. These are all anthills. This goes on over there. It's the biggest anthill I've seen. Inside my backyard was bad. So we took so long debating which campsite to take. Somebody else came and took the other one. So we're gonna stay here. So this is what our setup's looking like. We've got a little bear-proof locker here. And then I got my tent. Matt's got his tent up. Got the rods out. And Herb's over there setting up his hammock. Whoa, that looks like a nice one. Another herb walleye.
Shit, bro. Pull this, will ya? Fuck off.
Well, at least we know there's fish in here. Look, got the first pike. Oh yeah, 1 for 1.
What's the chance you want to fucking get him off?
Yeah, I'll get him off. That's 1 walleye, 1 pike for me, and what was it, 2 walleye for you?
We're tied.
We're tied, man. I got this guy. It looks pretty big. See what the official judges say.
It's walleye. Look at this.
Whoa.
Look at this buddy. He's a big one.
That's a big one. Whoa, that's a beauty.
Hey Herb, look at the size of that whopper. Fucking bigger than yours. Let's see.
Alright, I'm gutting my first walleye. See what we can do here.
You end up with some full views.
Oh, so we had some fish. We cut up that walleye and we cooked it whole on the fire. It's very tasty. And yeah, sun's down. We have some hot chocolate, and then tomorrow we gotta make as much progress as we can because there's a storm coming in on Sunday. It's supposed to be 25 to 30 millimeters of rain. So who knows what that'll look like. So tomorrow we're just gonna have to really make progress and see how far we get. But today we're just taking it easy. Oh, and guess what? We have signal. Yeah. It's the morning. I was just having breakfast. We all got up around 6:30, and we're gonna hit the water. So we're gonna try and make as much progress as we can today. So it's definitely a nice morning. Nice little breeze, keeps the mosquitoes away. Really, considering all the rain, all that stuff, there really hasn't been this many bugs here. I would say the mosquitoes in Edmonton are much worse than the mosquitoes in the middle of this park. So, go figure.
Summertime's here, kiddies, and it's time to take a trip. To take a trip. This world's so bad. You feel so sad. You gotta take a trip into a world so glad. A world of frogs and green fountains and flying dogs and silver cats and emerald rats and purple clouds and faceless crowds and walls of...
Alright, Portage number 2. Going from what, Kinnard Lake to McGuffin Lake. This one's only 500 meters though, so not too bad. And there was a nice new dock built that it wasn't there last time, so that's always good. Woo! Yep. Almost at the third portage of this trip. Over there somewhere. Alberta somewhere behind us. Made it off the boats. Now the question is, are they gonna have some carts here for us? Because Right now I don't see any. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to go for a jog and get those fucking carts. I would not want to do this without a cart. It will take us, well, it will take us probably more than one trip for sure. And it will be slow and grueling. So please God, aha, hell yeah. Oh no, not 2K, 1.6. The carts kept slipping, so thankfully I didn't bring any rope, of course, but thankfully I had my little shitty belt, my pants belt on, so I can tie it up with that. But it goes to show you, man, you should always have a belt on when you're, I think, in the wilderness. It can be a tourniquet, you can use it to strap stuff down. You know, there's a million reasons, so always wear a belt. That's the K-Man tip of the day. Doing the old trail one more time. There's just the tiniest little wild strawberry here. Oh, it was the best strawberry I ever tasted. And look, some wild little raspberries to fuel our journey. Off we go again. Here we see Matt at his manliest, pushing the canoe on his own. A canoe just filled with hundreds of pounds of beer, but we only take the essentials here. Little froggy babies. Little froggy babies. Now we have one more to do though. It's about 600 meters. Not too bad. So just gonna be a short little time in the water here, and then we're back to pulling fucking carts. Yay. We had to, well, normally we wouldn't. We had to change our plans because tomorrow there's gonna be lots of storms and we might be fucked, and we can't cover enough ground to make the long way of the loop. So we're still hitting every lake, but we're shortening our trip significantly by not taking the long way around this lake, which is Blackett, something like that. Anyway, off we go. That's another lake. That one was real windy, but it's our favorite time for this fucking guy. Only 600 meters for this one though, so could be worse. Oh, the earth is really soft here. There we go. So we decided to break for lunch at the end of the Portage here. There's a little campsite, so we're gonna eat and then we're gonna make another big push into Kinnard Lake to secure a more favorable campsite. We really had to go against the wind all morning, so we're all pretty tired. So that spot we had lunch at, that was at 3 o'clock we left there. It's now 5:40, so we spent the last 2.5 hours paddling all up and down this bitch to try and find a camping spot, and every single one was full. We circled the island, we went up and down the little peninsula, and then we had to double back until we got to this spot. And yeah, we're here, we're alive. Of course the wind didn't cooperate, we had to hop over a bunch of waves and shit. So safe to say we're all pretty tired, and just happy to have found somewhere to set up. So we're gonna get that done and go from there. Well, we decided to go out fishing again, even though we're dead tired. But the weather settled down, and we just tried some jig fishing. Then I got a walleye, but we didn't film it. So now Matt has to catch at least one more fish, maybe two.
I get half points for my lures though.
All right, well, yeah, I lost 2 lures in the beginning, so maybe that's -2. So then we're even. We're officially even, but it's on Matt's lure, so I don't know. We'll let the judges decide who wins. Well, we're in for a stormy night, so you know, I've got some tarps set up best we can. Just had a few first drops of water. You can already hear thunder in the background. But here's Herbert. Does Herbert have signal?
A little bit.
A little bit. Any updates, weather updates? No weather updates. So tomorrow morning we'll see what it's like and figure out a plan. Hopefully we can get home.
Well, it rained all night. It's 10 o'clock. And we're kind of trapped in our tents. I've been waiting for a little break in the weather to go outside, but it hasn't happened, so it's pretty gross. Definitely not a nice condition to do any sailing. I really wish I brought my book. I'm bored out of my mind in here. And I also don't want to go outside and then come back in here because then I'll get all my shit wet. So I'm trying to limit my outings to when I really need to. There's really nothing to do. I can't sleep anymore. Maybe I can. Maybe I'll try sleeping. That's all I can really do. A beer, maybe it'll help me fall back asleep. Some of these. So that's what's for breakfast.
So it's 1 o'clock and it's still crazy out there, but I don't want to go collect water, so this is my solution right here. Oops. I'm just gonna collect rainwater and drink that. I don't want to drink too much because I don't have to go out there to pee, and I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat too much because I don't want to have to poop in that. So I've just been trying to sleep. I wish I brought a book. I got nothing to do, I'm so bored. But I think the next time I go out, I'll grab another beer. Yep. That'll help. Gotta make some noise. 2 o'clock. Still going.
To give you an idea of how much it's raining. I've collected about 2 liters in half an hour in that little pan. So it's a lot of water.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. The weather's really settled down, but we're supposed to get another round of storms later on tonight. We got the canoe out, but it was filled to the top with water. We had to bail it out before we could even flip it. And we got a nice little fire going. All of us were really eager to get out of our tents finally, so when we did, it was a real effort to make a fire despite all the wood here being so soaked because we got like 2 inches of rain.
Well, save some of the smaller shit in case it starts dying down.
But you know, we had a bit of fire starter. I scraped the bark off some of the bigger branches to get to the dry bits in between. Bit by bit we have a fire, so spirits are high, and we're still gonna stay here tonight, but at least we're not stuck in our fucking tents. It's a nice It's 9 o'clock, just got in the water. Herb's just loading up his canoe. And yeah, it's a nice weather today. Sky is blue. No more fucking storms and shit, so at least the way back will be nice and smooth. I think we still have about, I feel like 3 hours of rowing. Nothing to it but to do it. Taking a little break from our way back, and they just built this new bridge. This was falling apart last time, and if you go back and watch last year's video, this is where I fell in the water. And, I'm still drinking my delicious rainwater. Pretty appetizing color, huh? Delicious. loop has been done backwards. Still got a Portage, but at least we're done on the water for another year. Thank you, Lakeland Provincial Park people, for putting in these nice docks and for the carts and for the campsites and everything. You know, we didn't have to pay for a park pass, pay for campsites. I mean, we had to pay for fishing license, but that was about it. So all in all, I gotta say I really love this place. Herb's kayak ended up taking on water, and he sank into the water. He was treading water. I thought it was right behind us, but he wasn't. When I turned around, he got passed by this fucking couple in a canoe. I asked him, oh, is the guy in the kayak? Did he go over, or like, you know, is he still in the kayak, or did he tip over? Like, oh, he seemed fine. And I'm like, was he in the water, or was he on there? He's like, oh, he was in the water. We thought he was swimming. And I go, oh, you know, kind of sarcastic, being like, yeah, you know, I'm sure you guys would have helped if, you know, you wouldn't have just let him fucking float there, right? And they're like, well, he seemed fine. You know, we asked him if he need help, and he said no. And I'm like, uh-huh. Sure enough, bullshit. They didn't say anything to Herbert. They just let him fucking float there. And the assholes even took our cart after. So we have to go back to get Herb. And we tied him behind the canoe and then pulled him back to the dock. It took a lot of effort, so Matt hurt his fucking shoulder doing that. So now I'm pulling this bitch on my own while Matt helps Herb bring up his canoe. Look at this bitch. It's all flooded from the fucking rain, so I gotta pull this fucking canoe through all these fucking ruts. All this running fucking water for 3.5 fucking K. What a fucking end to a journey. Well, I got the canoe back. I'll show you the guys. I'll show you guys right here. Those are the fuckers who didn't help. We all made it back. What a journey it's been. Every time we come out here, it's a different challenge. And yeah, we get some food and then head back into town. Oh.